6 months ago, I used to hate waking up every morning. I'd wake up really late, and the first thing I would do was grab my phone and start scrolling on Instagram, looking at people who were more successful, happier, richer, better looking than me. No wonder I was feeling so depressed. The way you structure your mornings really determines the quality of the rest of your day. What is up, guys? It is your boy Black Improvement, and in today's video I'm going to talk about my favorite morning routine and the morning routine that helped me get out of depression. So you can think of each morning as the foundation of a building. You mess up the foundation, you mess up the rest of the building. And in this video I'm going to teach you the only 4 things you have to do every morning to help reduce your depression. The first thing is getting up at a consistent time every morning. You don't have to do what these success gurus tell you. Get up at 3 a.m. every morning and all that other BS. I recommend getting up an hour earlier than your usual time, but if this is too much for you, then you can start by waking up 30 minutes earlier and slowly make your way up. Just set the alarm for an hour earlier. For the first few days you'll be tired, but after a couple of days your body will adjust and you'll find yourself going to bed earlier. As soon as you wake up, jump out of bed and get straight into some push-ups. 10 push-ups are enough. You can do more if you like, but the whole purpose of this is to explode out of bed. If you struggle to get up each morning and find yourself pressing the snooze button, I have some simple strategies to help you. First is to place your phone or alarm clock as far away as possible, so it forces you to get out of bed to turn it off. I recommend that the first thing you do is to expose yourself to as much light as possible, as this reduces the melatonin in your body and helps you to feel more awake. Make sure that you wake up at the same time every morning, even if you didn't get enough sleep the night before. But please make sure that you're also getting a minimum of 8 hours of sleep. Speaking about sleep, the quality of your sleep is just as important as the quantity. Here are some things to help you improve the quality of your sleep. Make sure the room is pitch black when you go to sleep. Get some blackout curtains. Don't drink coffee or anything with caffeine after 6 p.m. Don't use anything that is overstimulating before going to bed, which means avoid looking at screens. Develop an evening routine that helps you to feel relaxed and chills you out before going to bed. Avoid going to sleep with a blocked nose. Mouth breathing while you're asleep is bad for you, so get some nasal strips. Some other things you can do to help you feel less groggy in the morning is to drink a glass of water as soon as you wake up, because you lose a lot of water through sweat while you're asleep. If you want to be more extreme, you can hop into a cold shower. I don't think there's anything that gets you going like a cold shower in the morning. The second thing I did was working out. I can't think of a better way to start your day than by getting a good pump. There are a lot of benefits to exercising. Like, it's good for your cardiovascular system, it'll help you to build a body you're proud of in the long term. But the best short-term benefit is that you stop feeling tired throughout the day. And at the end of each workout, you get a spike in dopamine and endorphins. It's a feeling I can't describe, but every time I finish a workout, I kind of feel like this. I would highly recommend weighted calisthenics, or a combination of weightlifting and calisthenics, followed by some light cardio at the end of each session, like a 10 to 20 minute jog. It doesn't have to be weighted calisthenics. It can be weightlifting, calisthenics, a HIIT workout, going for a run, aerobics, just any form of exercise to get the blood pumping. Side note, don't overdo it during a workout. You're not trying to kill yourself. You're trying to stimulate, not annihilate. Straight after my workout, I get into some meditation. In the past, I tried starting with journaling or meditation, but I found that I was still so sleepy I couldn't do it properly. So after the workout, I like to do a quick stretch as a cool down before I get into meditation. I like doing meditation in the morning because I can take that sense of mindfulness and focus throughout my day. I view meditation as a peaceful time of self-care. I find that throughout the day, I'm constantly thinking about the future, the gains I'm going to make, thinking about what I don't have, thinking about things I want to get, planning for the future, trying to make money. My mind is caught up in all these thoughts, and meditation is the only moment in the day when I can be mindful and be present. My personal favorite app for guided meditation is Headspace. No homo, but I find Andy's voice to be very soothing. There's a beginner's guide in the Headspace app, and Andy gives really great advice on how to approach meditation. I know that this is a side rant, but I really like the idea that he gave of imagining yourself sitting on the side of the road and observing the cars pass by. These cars are your thoughts. Your only job is to simply observe. If you see a thought that you don't like, instead of running onto the road and trying to stop it, simply acknowledge it and continue to observe. You do the same thing with thoughts that you do like. As someone who struggled with negative thoughts, meditation has really helped me. Every time a negative thought arises, instead of getting caught up in trying to fight it, I can simply detach from those thoughts and carry on with what I was doing. Like, can you imagine you don't have to be stuck with those thoughts? Instead, you can focus on the now. The fourth thing I did was gratitude journaling. Once I had a sense of mindfulness from meditation, I can give gratitude for all the things I have in life. Throughout our day, we are constantly thinking about things we don't have, things we wish we had, thanks to social media and advertising. Gratitude journaling is the only moment when you can be grateful for the things that you do have and the progress that you've made. It doesn't have to be materialistic things. It can be people that you're grateful for or a pleasant experience, such as, I'm grateful for this device that I'm watching YouTube on, because without Black Improvement's videos, I don't know what I would do. Or, I'm grateful for all the love, affection, and care that my mom has given me, because without it, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I'm grateful that I got to see a beautiful sunrise this morning. Or I'm grateful for all my friends. I remember when I first started, I had a hard time with this. I'd find myself writing the same things, and I never really felt grateful. Instead, during the exercise, I would get negative thoughts, and I would start to think about things that I didn't have, that I wish I did, or things that I was ungrateful for. And that would snowball into thoughts of hatred, and I would end up doing the opposite. It would always be, oh, I'm grateful for my computer, I guess. I mean, it's kind of slow, and every time the power cuts, I lose so much work. Damn, I lost so much work because of that. Man, I hate load shedding. But slow computer is better than no computer, I guess. And as you can guess, this didn't provide me with any sense of gratitude. So I moved away from writing about materialistic things. I started to write about people or experiences I was grateful for. For example, when I was in grade 6, my mom lost her job and I couldn't afford to get lunch. But one of my teachers noticed this and she went out of her way to make me lunch every day. Teachers don't get paid a lot, and she also went out of her way to do this for me. And I'm grateful for that. Not for the fact that I couldn't afford lunch, but I'm grateful because it showed me that people aren't these narcissistic animals that I'd made them out to be, but that they are good people. So I'm forever grateful for that. So instead of looking at the circumstance negatively, try to find the good even in negative experiences. So instead of spending your time thinking about what you don't have, you can instead be grateful for what you do have and the things that you experienced in the past. There's a saying that goes something like this: I was unhappy about the old tattered shoes I was wearing until I saw a man with no feet. So those are the 4 things: getting up on time, exercise, meditation, and gratitude journaling. But the most important thing is consistency. When starting out, you should focus on the quantity instead of the quality. That's the only way you'll be able to turn these into lifelong habits. You can't improve habits you don't have. So here are some things you can implement to make the habit stick. The main goal here is to build discipline. The first thing is to set the bar low. If you've got symptoms of mild depression, or this is your first time starting on self-improvement, then you shouldn't be expecting yourself to be doing 1-hour workouts or 30-minute meditations, because that's just being unreasonable and you're just setting yourself up for failure. As I mentioned, focus on the quantity instead of the quality when starting out. Start with just waking up 15 minutes earlier, doing 20 push-ups, 2 minutes of meditation, and write 1 line in your gratitude journal. Then improve by 1% every day. If my math is right, then by the end of the year, you'll be doing 37 times better. For the first couple weeks, you might not feel a massive difference, but then as you become more and more consistent, you will start to see the results. So set the bar low and make it easy for yourself. Speaking about making it easy for yourself, you should implement the 2-minute rule or the just show up mentality. The 2-minute rule simply implies that your habit shouldn't take you more than 2 minutes. Example, let's say you want to start running 5Ks every morning. By applying the 2-minute rule to this, it would simply just be putting on your running shoes. This might sound stupid, but let's say you just woke up and you have to go for a run. What sounds easier, putting on your running shoes, filling your water bottle and going for a 5K run, or simply just putting on your running shoes, then you're done? For the first few times, you might just put on your running shoes, but after a day or 2, you'll start putting on your shoes and it'll only be natural to go for a run. Another example, let's say you want to start working out. Instead of thinking about doing the whole workout, just get onto the ground with the mentality that I'm going to do 10 push-ups. When you complete them, then you'll be like, I'm already on the ground, so I may as well do the rest of the workout. Also, you should try to think about the habit you're about to perform in a positive light. So instead of thinking, I have to or I need to, replace that thinking with I get to. For example, instead of thinking, I have to go for a run this morning or I need to go to the gym, replace those thoughts with, I get to go for a run this morning and improve my fitness, and I get to go to the gym this morning and build a good physique. The next thing to make it as easy as possible is to take the path of least resistance. So have your gym clothes and water bottle ready before you go to bed. Have everything prepared the night before so that when you wake up, instead of having to find your gym clothes, fill your water bottle, and doing 10 other tasks, you can just grab your stuff and go to the gym. There's less friction, thus making the habit easier to perform. Apply this with every habit. Another method of making habits stick is habit stacking. This simply means using the end of a habit as a cue to start your next habit. This automates the process, as you don't have to think about anything, you just do the next habit. You should also stack your habits in a way that there's flow. So you can't just go from hitting a big workout, then go into working, while you're all pumped up and sweaty. A good example, which is the same method I use, is to start with working out, then get into some stretching to cool down, then meditation, then journaling. The next thing is rewarding yourself. In the long term, the benefits of the habits will be the reward. Let me briefly explain how habits work. There are 4 parts to any habit: cue, craving, routine, and reward. I'll make a video in the future explaining how habits work, but for now, all you need to know is that when you see a cue, it signals your brain to start doing the habit. For example, it might be time to go to the gym or seeing your gym clothes. A cue lets your brain know it's time to perform the habit. Then you'll have the craving for the reward you get from doing the habit. This might be having abs or having girls compliment you on your physique, which is what motivates you to perform the habit. Then you do the routine, which is the habit, like going to the gym. Then you get the reward of having the abs and having people compliment you on your physique. But going to the gym is a delayed gratification activity, meaning, unlike instant gratification activities like jacking off, scrolling on social media, or eating something delicious, which provide instant pleasure, it takes days, weeks, months, or even years of hard work and consistency to get the reward. But we can change this by rewarding yourself in the short term. Speaking about rewarding yourself, you should set up a habit tracker. I don't think there's anything more satisfying than seeing your growth and watching yourself become more consistent. So there are 3 ways that you should reward yourself. First is instant reward, or your short-term reward, which comes instantly after the activity. It is a sort of mental reward that comes after you complete the habit, like saying to yourself, damn, I'm proud of myself for completing that workout. Next is your typical reward, or midterm reward, which comes seconds or minutes after you complete the activity, like treating yourself with something nice afterwards or taking it off on your habit tracker. And lastly is the long-term reward. This is the reward you get from the actual activity. For example, going to the gym could be building a good physique, or the mindfulness and focus you get from doing meditation. And lastly, I want to talk about things that you should avoid during your mornings. You should try to avoid any of the bad habits, like eating junk food, jacking off, scrolling on social media, or anything that could mess up your morning. Just use your common sense here. If it's not helping you, then it's probably harming you. So to sum things up, wake up at a consistent time every morning, exercise for at least 30 minutes, meditate, then write a few lines in your gratitude journal. The quote for this video, and this is going to sound like I'm pole jockeying, but do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. I know this may sound like toxic hustle culture, but forcing yourself to do the habits is a good thing a lot of the time. Everything worthwhile requires some sort of sacrifice, and that means sacrificing short-term comfort for long-term growth. A lot of the time, there will be physical, mental, or emotional resistance. And a lot of these rationalizations will say things like, oh, you're too tired, you didn't get much sleep last night. Oh, it's raining outside. You're getting burnt out, you should take a break today. But if you act despite these feelings, I can guarantee that you will say, wow, I'm glad I didn't listen to my brain and I went for that run. Because there's an empowering feeling you get when you push past what you thought your limit was. Well, actually, the quote for this video is by Mr. Jim Rohn. Everybody has to suffer one of 2 pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret.
The choice is yours.
So that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, then please share it to a friend or anybody who you think will find value in it. Sharing this video is more important to me and the growth of this channel than anything else. Also, if you guys take the time to retweet my tweet about the video I just dropped, then your Twitter handle will be featured at the credits of the next video. Just a small way to say thank you to you as an individual. I am pushing to reach 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and every sub counts. So I would really appreciate it if you guys would smash the subscribe button, consensually that is.
What are you doing, step bro?
If you have anything that you'd like me to speak on, leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. I love you. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.